Good morning, my community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. I don't know if you can see that. Well, you saw it at the beginning of the video. Anyway, so we were 84 degrees this morning with a feel-like temperature of 88, and that was at about 4:30 this morning. So we are starting out grueling hot. No reprieve. 106 degrees Saturday and many days next week. Oh, my goodness. What in the world are we going to do? So I am happy to report that surprisingly, guys, these pumpkins are still jiving. Thank goodness. Greg is watering them many hours a day in the early morning hours. And so they are staying very well watered. And I might say that they're looking pretty darn good. Same for our green beans here. I think it's time we start coming out here and taking up some of the cups because they need to start breathing. But maybe, just maybe, guys, we'll get us a fall harvest of bush beans, which we would expect middle of September. These cracks just keep getting a little bit bigger. And the okra out here is struggling. And so are my purple hull peas, guys. You can see that they're struggling. But, you know, last year I found a bag that I packaged up last year that I had packaged on October the 3rd. So maybe if we start cooling down, maybe these things will start kicking back in, and we might continue to see something. So because we are struggling to get our seeds going here, although I do have some of that Utah celery coming up, I'm going to try something new because, guys, it is just very difficult to keep these little seed pods damp all day long with this excessive heat. We do have a couple of tomatoes that are looking okay, but we are struggling like I've never struggled before. I'm going to try plan B. And the plan B I have is this row here that is getting lots of water. And I stuck my finger down in there and it's pretty deep. I'm going to direct sow some of my fall plants and see what happens. Because this is staying damp much of the day. And it's getting enough water in the mornings to keep it damp. And so we're going to see what happens. I know that we should start these in seed trays. And we are certainly trying, and we're going to keep trying. But I'm going to see what happens direct sowing into this field with some of these cool weather varieties. Boy, I can't wait for that cool weather to come in. This dirt is quite damp, so we may be pleasantly surprised. If not, we might have to come up with a plan C. So this is just a test of the emergency gardening system to see what we might can do. And I'll keep you guys updated and see if they start to germinate and come up out here. I got so mad at our local weatherman this morning. He kept showing the same video over and over and over again of a dust devil down in Glen Rose, which isn't too far from us. And Greg got up and the guy was showing the video again. And I told Greg, I said, just turn him off. I don't care to hear what he has to say until he can tell us something different is coming. I mean, that's how it's getting here, how oppressive it is, and how heat can affect us. Heat sometimes is just as bad as cold weather. And this year, it truly is just as bad as cold weather. The struggle is so very real. It is so oppressive and depressing, guys. When you can't get out after 10 a.m. without burning up and just not being able to get comfortable at night until well after the sun goes down. My bedroom doesn't get cool until close to midnight, so I really don't feel like I get a good night's sleep until after that. So we're going to keep on going, and we're just desperate, and we'll try anything. And that's what I just did. I'm going to try anything because this dirt just does stay pretty damp because of this drip irrigation. And just maybe we'll see something in about 10 to 14 days. Who knows? Now, I know it ain't the weatherman's fault, guys. I know. But my mom always said, and I'm sure yours did too, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that's where I'm at with this whole weather situation. So our squash and zucchini continues to be okay. I'm hoping it stays that way. And our sweet potatoes are really, really struggling, guys. Really struggling. But thankfully, we also have some bush beans coming up in our raised bed. So let's get us another harvest of these and see how we do. So we are in for another scorcher today, and looks like for the next week. Keep praying, guys. Keep praying that the Lord will change this weather pattern for us. Boy, we need a change desperately. And we are surely hoping for one. So believe it or not, I've not really put my pool much to use, and I may have to this weekend. Because guys, even though the water feels okay, it's lukewarm, and it cools you down when that sun's beating down on your head, it can still be very dangerous. So you guys be very cautious, very cautious. In fact, my grandson went to Bible camp last weekend, and he was supposed to go from Thursday until Tuesday. And I think Friday night, my daughter got a call that he was throwing up and had a bad headache along with 3 or 4 other kids. And I know exactly what happened. He said that they had swam all day in the pool, which is disheartening and discouraging. And I believe that they probably had a little bit of heat exhaustion. So just because kids are in the pool or you're in the pool doesn't mean that you can get that you can't get heat exhaustion with that sun beating down on your head. I spent a lot of my day scanning the horizon for fire on this is the south and on the west. We are under another fire warning day today. Anytime we have winds, and they're really strange convection oven type winds, we are on the lookout, and we are trying to keep our yard watered. But you can see, even though I'm watering, guys, it is still burning up. So apologies to our weather people and our weather enthusiast friends. But I'll reiterate, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that's exactly where I'm at in this weather pattern. Love you guys. We'll see you this weekend. I'm hoping to get going on that Denali dehydrator and do some great videos for you on that. So stay tuned. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We have a wonderful community. See you soon.